What's your go-to de-stress activity? Am I going to be honest?
I'm not going to thrust with a full belly. I'm not doing that.
I wrote my first pilot, and then shortly thereafter, I lost my sister. I heard my sister just say, "What are you doing? You need to write."
Hello, beloved. I have a favor to ask of you. This show in the last year has grown fast, and we appreciate you being here with us. I want to ask, to help us grow this even more, can you share this with 2 friends that you know would enjoy this show? It means the world to us to do that because we want to share more and more good information with each and every one of you. If you're watching this show on YouTube and you want more of this show, we have more episodes, but they're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and every other podcast streaming service. So follow us on any of the podcast streaming services. All right, let's get back to it.
Welcome. Welcome to Beauty in the Break. Welcome everyone who's listening today. Beloved, we are so glad you're here. We have today a very special guest, our dear friend, Lesley Fera. She is an actress, writer, now director, and you know her from Pretty Little Liars. She was Mama Hastings on Pretty Little Liars. But she is a dear friend of ours, and I'm just so excited to share space with you and get to chat with you today. Thanks for being here.
Same here. I'm so happy to be here with you both. Mm-hmm. I welled up just hearing that. Thank you.
Tell us something beautiful in your world today.
Oh, I really felt the presence of a dear friend that just recently passed. She passed last week, and I felt her presence so profoundly, just telling me because there was a little minor setback this morning and something creative that I'm doing, and just hearing her voice saying everything's going to be okay. And knowing that it will be. And knowing sometimes the things that you don't expect, that come out of the blue, that happen, there's a reason for everything.
Yeah.
And it's always leading to your greater good. So that was the beautiful thing. I just felt her presence wash over me. And here I heard her voice so clear.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Oh, I love that. Mm-hmm. I find my grandfather who passed away some years ago, he and I were so similar, and the rest of the family were like his wife, my grandmother. But he and I would have this bond where we would say a sentence, but then we'd look at each other and just understand what we're really saying. And then he passed away, and that's the moment I decided to grow my hair out. It's the moment I got more calm in life. He always had a calmer demeanor, and he was a great speaker. And it just felt like I became some of who he was a little more. And everywhere I go now, I can feel his steadiness with me that I did not have before that. So I recognize what you're saying.
I love that.
Of feeling someone there. Yeah.
You talk about that a lot. I've heard you say it to me before about like the greatest good. Your greatest good, the greatest good for all. How did you bring that into your life?
The minute I just let something go and let spirit handle it, whatever that is to each person, for me, I feel like it's that spark of divine within each of us. Surrendering to that, I think, brings about so much beauty.
I saw recently an image of a cell up close, and as a human cell. Oh gosh, we'll have to post it somewhere. It was this like a slice, a cut of the cell, and it was multicolored and all these moving parts, and like it looked like a garden that you had just walked into. If you try to think that you individually are having any like control over this world, this is the universe happening inside of you, inside of every single one of your cells. And I don't know, I find that actually such a comforting feeling to have. Like, oh, I can just let go of whatever's going on here and let this boat take me where the waters are moving.
Absolutely. And you think about our DNA, you think about just the inherited intelligence that's in every one of those cells. It's mind-blowing to think about.
It feels like a Russian doll of universes in us. Like we have, I'm not getting too gross about this, we have mites on our eyelashes. They got their own stresses, their own problems.
Yeah.
They don't got taxes, but they got stresses nonetheless. Yes. And then they live on our skin, which it's a whole universe as well. And then we have a whole universe in our own mind, how we see things. the avenues and the roadways and the highways that we think from point A to point B, and the houses that we live in, which is our philosophies and our ideologies. And then we actually have a universe in our friend circle, and then in our extended friend circle, and in our neighborhood. And it just becomes more and more and more of this Russian doll.
Yeah, it's true.
It's humbling to your point of what you're saying. There's a reminder that you are somehow not completely in control and a part of the entirety of whatever it is that's in control.
I like the Russian doll
Yeah.
analogy because I do feel it almost feels like we're stripping away. Also, it's a stripping away of each layer to get towards total authenticity in our lifetime. I think. I feel like as I age, I'm growing more and more authentically myself.
Oh,
That has taken me time to get there.
right.
And I'm still getting there, and it's forever. I was looking at old pictures recently, and I'm looking at them and going, wow, I mean, that it seems like another lifetime ago. Like there seems to be so many lifetimes within a lifetime
Yeah.
that you've lived. And I guess I have a combination of empathy for the person, for that person that was searching, or the person that was wanting approval, just seeing every step of the aging process and seeing different times in my life. It feels like a Russian doll. Like it feels like all these different lifetimes and different parts of yourself.
Do you ever, and same to you, Foster, do you ever, the older you get and you start to feel this freeness, that it almost reminds you of a little bit of your childhood?
Yeah.
Yeah? Because I feel that all the time. I feel
Like you're returning to yourself.
Exactly. The returning. I feel like that constantly these days in my life.
Just this childlike enthusiasm that I try to have, that I feel much more like I'm working myself towards where I initially started.
Yeah.
Just inherently just inherent openness and open heart and open mind and all of that. Like I'm trying to get back to that.
The unstructuring of whatever we were given
Yes.
in our teens and our 20s, and clearly they help in a lot of ways, but there's a freeness that I feel like I'm getting back to.
Absolutely.
In my mind, in my imagination, in my hopes, my dreams.
Watch a child go about their day. Like when they don't know you're watching them, they're just like, oh, I'm just going to pick this bark off this tree and look at it, and then I'm going to spin. And like they're just living by their intuitions. I feel like I don't necessarily feel like that because I think I tried to be an adult at such a young age. I was praised for being very mature. And I think that my mind, by the time I started having memories, like 3-4 years old, my mind was already like trying to be a grown up and trying to be older than I was and trying to be the mature one. So I don't have a lot of memories of that free child, but I watch it in other kids. I'm like, oh, that's the freedom that I'm starting to feel now at this age.
But I see you working on it this year in particular. You said at the top of this year, the word for you was play. And you wanted to find
that.
Right? Right?
I feel like I'm learning it brand new. And that's surrounding myself with people who play, who really do it and give into it a little more. It's like dancing, like we were doing earlier before you got here. I love that. Just moving around and being funky and weird. And
I like that you just said that it's coming to it brand new, because now you're not thinking, oh, this is what play is supposed to look like. I need to be doing this for play. It's not. It's not anything. It's word play. That's it. There's no play this way, play that way. Don't play it. Play.
yeah, so much of my life has been like take the thing I'm good at that I find fun and then turn it into work and turn it into career, right? Oh,
Totally
I love
makes sense.
acting. And now I want to do it for my career, and now it's work, and now it's hard. Tell us about, like, you're an incredible, phenomenal actor on stage and screen, and you also started writing. And by the time I met you, which was, I think, 4 years ago, 3-4 years
Yeah,
ago, I was
gosh.
directing your pilot, Inconceivable. We did a stage reading of it.
Yeah.
And so I met you were writer to me. Like you were Lesley Fera, the writer, So tell us like how you got to that and why you started writing.
Well, I was writing. I feel like I've been a writer my whole life because I kept diaries and journals and I constantly wrote, and I wrote poetry and I wrote short stories. But I found this class. I was taking acting courses at BGB with Riza Brayman Garcia, and she started this class with this teacher, Alexa Alamani, who we both know.
Right.
Bad pitch. writer's lab. And this class, I took her intensive course, the first class, and I just sort of had this epiphany, like, oh, like this all makes sense to me. And I think because I read copious scripts as an actor and I'd already been writing and I understood 3-act structure as an actor, and it just sort of clicked in my brain, and I'm like, I love this. More of this, please. Started writing, but I sort of had one foot in, one foot out because I was still acting actively. I was still on Pretty Little Liars. I was still doing auditioning and doing all the things. And I could secretly tell that Alexa was a little like, you have ability, you gotta make a decision. Like, it was tough love in the classroom for me, and I totally deserved it because I didn't maybe complete any. I was writing different things and I didn't complete anything. And something happened. I wrote my first pilot, and then shortly thereafter, I lost my sister. And I was heading into doing another podcast because we were doing podcasts at that point, Ned and I. Something just struck me. I heard my sister just say, "What are you doing? Like, you need to write. You need to do this. You need to just apply yourself and do this." I heard it so loud and clear, and I just decided, I said no to the podcast. And I explained why, and I wrote Inconceivable, the script that we ended up working together on. And from that moment on, I was all in. That was the turning point for me. And I needed to see for myself, can I really do this? And then from Inconceivable and just how that took off, and then one project after another, and just came, and feeling so at home writing, being able to utilize all parts of myself. Acting is wonderful, but you are telling one aspect of a story as that character that you're portraying, right? But to create an entire universe, a whole world, oh my gosh, it was so exciting to me. And it still is thrilling, and I still have such mad gratitude for the muse and where the download comes from, because it is divine. I mean, I don't take any credit. I just feel like we're conduits and we just create. Even as an actor, I feel that.
Yeah, in all things.
In all things creative, right?
We're just a conductor, and the
We
source
are.
comes through.
And the source comes
you
through.
You got to keep this clean to get more bandwidth if you can, like a radio itself.
Of course. So I'm grateful every time I get my butt in the chair and can write. But I've been having a nice balance of both, which is good. Just when I think I'm not going to act anymore, a project comes my way, or a director will say, "I really want you to do that." I'm like, "Really? No, I don't think so." And then I change my mind. I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I probably need to keep both muscles alive and well, and both sort of feed each other now."
I love that you made the point about creating a whole universe. I've written 3 pilots, and I know that if you get one picked up, then it's a whole different story. I just went ahead and wrote episode 2 for 2 other of the pilots. So pilot 1, pilot 2, I was like, let me just write the other episode, just because I love the universe building.
That is so great.
I love it. That's
really smart
adore
too.
It. Just because I wanted to just feel that again. When I was a kid, I had action figures, and I would take 2 or 3 of them, but then, because I didn't want the other action figures to feel bad, I would go back to the room and grab all the rest of them, even if they weren't even in the scene, right?
Oh,
I know.
Caesar. That is so sweet. I just picture little Caesar doing that. I love that.
And I look back on it now, and I realize it was the act of planning of, this will happen to these 2 guys, and then this guy's going to lose. He'll read a message on his shirt, and it'll activate his more stronger version, but then he'll cheat, and then this guy who's waiting behind the table is going to come. I had the whole thing ready. And then I felt the same exact feeling when I started writing scripts.
Yeah.
With our producer, Glenn Milley. And so I felt the same exact thing. And this kind of goes right back to the childhood thing again, where you're returning home, because I'm feeling the same feelings that I felt then when I do script writing or writing now, in that sense.
I feel most at home writing. And I don't have to wear any makeup, and I can wear my pajamas, and I can all the things. But it just, you return to your pure imagination source in writing. Acting is a different muscle, but you do utilize your creativity and your imagination. But in writing, anything goes, and I don't just write. I blue sky first, and I just talk about character, and I talk about whatever scenes come first to me and come to my brain and come to the forefront, and then just write, and then that begets something else, and it's world building.
Yeah.
Explain blue sky.
Thanks.
Oh, blue skying, for me, it's taking a blank page. Like I usually just do it in notes or I do it in final draft, but you just spit out all your ideas. I mean, like any idea, you download it and you put it on that page, and you're not writing per se lines or action or scene headings or anything like that. It's just talking about the story and building the story and building the characters, and I'll spend like a paragraph on each character, and then I'll go and talk about the scene and how the story begins and how it ends, how I see the ending, and how just whatever comes to my brain. There's no right or wrong.
Yeah.
There's nothing that's not useful. And then in final draft, I will just go start writing headings and knowing where I want it to go. And then I'll go back and write the scenes, or I'll just go with the scene that comes first to me, and I'll write out of order. I've learned not to be linear about it and just trust the imagination and where it takes me.
So I sort of feel like when we're channeling source or spirit or whatever you want to call it through creativity, I've had this similar experience especially with writing poetry. And it's kind of when you find yourself in the flow state, and with acting too, I've had that experience too, when you sort of leave your body and you're like, I don't know how that scene went because I can't even remember it. That is, to me, really being tapped in, and it's hard to get there. How do you get there? Do you have anything you do for your body, for your spirit, for your soul to like get into a place where you can access that?
I mean, for me, it's always a physical thing. Like when I hike, there's so many ideas that come my way during that, and I'll just whip out my audio notes.
Yeah.
And I'll write full scenes on a hike, or they come to me, like the dialogue really comes to me on a hike. And so I'll write complete scene, or I'll just do them into my phone, into the audio notes. Audio notes is my friend. Like I just put every idea in audio notes, and then and now that it's transcribed, you can just transfer it.
Search it by word, search it by everything.
It's heaven.
Yeah.
So I find an activity, driving is where I get a lot of ideas. Showering.
Okay. Yes.
It's crazy.
So I was going to get to,
Any
I was going to bring that point
activity
out. Yes.
for me.
First thing first, 30 Rock has this whole episode called The Shower Principle. Do you know the episode? Do you know the episode? He's like, they're talking about like, all great ideas come in showers, Lennon. So he's trying to do all the monotonous things that replicate showering. Like he was golf putting and like driving and like doing the things that our natural motor skills take on. So then we're freed up to be imaginative. Maybe I shouldn't even say this on the air because somebody might take the invention. I'm watching you if you're listening in here. I've always wanted to do like a, what do you call it, waterproof pen that's synced to like your phone or something like that. So you take the pen and you write the idea on the wall in the shower, and it'll mimic the R you made and whatnot, and then it'll tie itself to the notepad.
Like a notepad that can get wet, something, and you have a pen in the shower and can write down ideas. My gosh!
Because my ideas always come to me when I'm showering. Tons of. I come out and I have to remember the 5, 6, 7 of them from doing this. It's not monotonous, but this ritualistic, habitual thing that your body and mind is so used to doing.
And it's also water, and it's also cleansing, and there's like a purification that's happening. And
you're right, washing off the old, getting the fresh, the new.
Yeah. And I have ADHD, so I'm like, I think any secondary thing where I'm just, everything in my body is focused on that action, frees up my brain.
Right.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, it just allows it to thrive.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've written whole songs on the highway on the 405 in traffic. And I'm like, the lyrics are done. You mentioned twice about hearing the voice of somebody who's passed away.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about spirit.
Well, it's loving. It's all love. And sometimes it just full fronts me. Sometimes, I don't know about you guys, but it'll just hit me in the most unexpected ways, unexpected moments. there was a moment a couple weeks ago where I just felt my sister so profoundly. Like it was late at night. I was watching I think I was watching The Pit or something. And it just was this rush I just felt her and had this conversation with her. And it was lovely. It's always so loving. My godmother presents herself. It's so funny. People present themselves in different ways. Like my godmother, lights flash, and I know it's my godmother, and then I hear her voice. It's just a conversation. I hear her voice in my head, and I talk aloud.
In the living space, the lights flash?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I know it's her. And then my father, I just always find a black feather, and he communicates through that, and I know it's him. Mm-hmm. Evelyn also, I find a penny. I find a penny in odd places, like on the floor, and then I know it's her just saying hello. It's a weird thing, but I know it's her.
Evelyn is your sister?
My godmother.
Evelyn is your godmother.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
My sister she's just a part of me. I can't describe it. She's just with me. I don't feel like it's any accident that I transitioned into writing because that was what she wanted to do. She desperately wanted to be. You know, that was what she went to school for. She was in production. She was in writing. She wanted to be a director. She wanted to do all of that. But she was gravely disabled with mental illness and couldn't do that. And so I feel like I'm doing that for both of us. Like it's an extension. And she's facilitated that and is helping with that in a weird way. And my mother, I feel too, everyone is so distinct and their voices are clear and it's pure love.
Wow.
And it makes me realize that there's such a thin veil. Mm-hmm. It's such a thin veil. And we don't really fully comprehend how thin.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
What's the project right now that you're working on?
Oh, the project I'm working on right now is a short film called Grace that I'll be shooting in April. It's a project very near and dear to my heart. It's dedicated to my sister, and it's an homage to a dear friend's daughter, Grace, who has Down syndrome, who I've just known all her life, and I adore her. They were actually just in town visiting, and
Oh yeah, we met them.
Oh,
yeah,
that's right.
yeah, and it's
We met
party.
them.
That's
right.
right. My husband just had his 60th birthday bash, and they were there, and Foster and Cesar were there too. And I'm just trying to put something positive out there in the world. It's about a middle-aged woman with Down syndrome who discovers her mother has passed away, and she embarks on this quest to go attend the funeral in Los Angeles, and she meets this unlikely companion along the way, and they learn from each other.
That's
and
beautiful.
Just my little effort to put something positive out there in the world.
Oh, wonderful.
And you're directing for the first time.
I'm directing for the first time.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
I'm excited. I really am. I love actors and I love working with them. And I've done some directing in theater, but this is all new territory. And I am very humble. I know that I have a lot to learn, but I'm excited to learn it. And I'm excited to work with them. And I have the best cast ever.
Oh my God, yes, you have an amazing cast.
I mean, just beautiful humans and beautiful actors. I feel incredibly blessed.
Fantastic.
Very
When it
exciting.
comes out, we will talk about it on the show.
Yeah, we'll put a link in the show notes as well to your fundraising efforts for the film.
Thank you.
Will you tell us a little bit about a barrier in your life that you have broken through, that you feel like you might be on the other side of? You can share with us.
I think for one, being a writer, when I was coming up, there weren't a lot of female writers when I was first doing this. It seems like there's more now, and there were always some great women writers, but I think it was just getting rid of that mindset that I don't know why. I think because it's predominantly men and being an actor in these rooms that have been filled with men as producers and men as directors. Men. And God bless men. But I think that was one of the barriers, just kind of getting that out of my mindset and going, I can do this. Like, I know I'm a woman of a certain age and I'm coming to this kind of late, but I don't care. And I feel ageless. I feel younger now than I did in my 30s. And so it's one of those things, like I just had to get past that to be free and write. I think.
Was there something that made you just decide to you know what, ripping this Band-Aid off, we're leaping?
I think testing the water, like putting inconceivable out there.
Yeah.
Like putting my first script out there in the world and how it was met and going, oh, I can do this. And I'm not saying that should always be the barometer. You shouldn't base your creativity on what other people say or think about your work.
But we do it naturally.
But I tested the water. I'm like, I'm going to enter some contests and I'm going to just put this out there because I'm throwing spaghetti at the wall. I have no idea how this is going to be received. I don't know if I've even meant to do this, if I'm any good at writing. And putting it out there and having that reflected back to me, it meant so much. It was like guiding me. It was part of staying on that path. It was just, oh, okay, I think I can do this. I want to do more of this. And I was really fortunate with that first project that it got the attention that it got. That was just corroboration. Oh, I'm on the right path.
Right.
And it was so uniquely your story, your voice, your perspective. I think that was what drew me to the project because I came on board we just did a reading of it, a stage reading of it, and I came on board to direct it. When I read that script, I was like, oh shit, this is like the story of like me and my people, right? The women around me, right? That struggle with infertility and what it means to be a mother or to be motherly. I've read a bunch of scripts. I've read tons of scripts, and there just wasn't anything that hit me quite like that. It was thrilling to be a part of it and to work with you. But like your voice is so clear. It's so clearly you. And I know we're gonna give credit to source and spirit, right? Because it's all coming through you, but you have a very clean vessel. You're very available to speak those words out into the world, and they needed to be spoken and people needed to hear them. Yeah.
I appreciate that. Yeah. I mean, you working with Foster on that stage reading of the script was so divine because she just understood the project so profoundly. You kind of got everything that I intended. And then the way she highlighted moments and directed moments, it was just everything I had in my head. Everything I had in my head, you just brought out. And it was just complete trust. And we had huge fun casting the whole thing.
We were like little school kids casting. Talk about play.
Talk about play.
It was play.
It was
You and I, oh, you know who we could
Yeah.
get? Oh, because you have a deep well of actors in your
Yeah.
roster, and so do I. And we're like, oh, we could get this person. Oh, they would love to do it.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. And like people so graciously said yes too, but we had fun with that. It was
So much
late night texting back and forth with like.
But it was all improv. It was like
Yeah.
yes and this,
Uh-huh.
and we it just kept, to see it live, to see the story live, and people respond to it and laugh and cry and all the things. It was one of the most thrilling moments of my life, truly, without a doubt.
That was really good.
That was great.
It was really nice that I finally met Ned, your husband, after the performance that night. We went out to the bar nearby, and he was talking about, he was like so thrilled to meet me because of how you and I had been like little kids casting this, and it was just like, oh, all these people, like we're just meant to be friends, like we're just meant to play together.
I think he was blown away by how you handled the whole piece. I think he, protective husband. He's like, how is this going to go? Not knowing, but hearing the stories and knowing how positive experience it was for me, but then seeing it, I think he was just so grateful how you brought it to life.
No, thanks. Well, he's a champion of your work. He is like proud of you.
Constantly beaming, chest out, head up, chin up, just ready.
And he will
ready
just,
to
he is
you.
just, every time we all hang out, he's just so, it's not just complimentary. He is thrilled by your work.
It's like in his bones.
Yeah. And he can't, he's just, it's so endearing and so, it's adorable. Yeah.
He's my champion.
Yeah, he
we're,
really is.
we're each other's champions.
Yes.
He's such a gifted artist in every way.
Yeah.
And I feel very blessed to have that kind of partner. Like you have in each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that best friend, lover, champion. It's the best.
I like the point that you made of Foster, her ability to grab information that takes some people longer to get, or she gets it intuitively.
Oh,
There are
so intuitive.
multiple handfuls upon handfuls of times where she will just say something out loud. I'm like, I don't know why we do that. And then I would do the thing, and I get 5 steps in, and I go, oh, I see. She saw it from the beginning already. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The minutia that she caught, that she recognized in the script, the moments, and so intuitive.
That's fascinating.
I have a question for you. Okay. Well, let's pull a card and then I'll ask this one.
Yeah.
Then
Pull a card? Should I pull one?
Well, so we're going to try letting our cards speak to you. So you can pull any card you like.
Well,
How we go?
What's your go-to de-stress activity?
Oh, good. That's good.
Great. Whew.
All right. How do
Am I
you
going to be
de-stress?
honest?
Knock it out. Beauty in the Break, that story.
Oh, loving my husband. That's one of them.
Yes, there we go. Come on.
That would be a big win.
What time of day,
Ned,
Leslie,
you're
are we
listening
talking
into
about
this.
here?
Afternoon delight.
Oh,
Afternoon,
thank you.
I'm the same way.
Thank you.
Same.
At
Same.
night, I'm just like, I want to, go to
Sleep.
bed. But yeah, no.
Same. At nighttime, we're ready to go to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and like
Yeah.
usually, and there's been multiple times where we're like, how about at night tonight? And they're like, okay, cool. After dinner,
No.
not happening.
no.
Not happening after dinner.
happening.
I'm
It's
tired.
just
I'm full. I'm exhausted. I'm not going to thrust with a full belly. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
It is the perfect time. And then it's really kind of, it's like an event. We just put on some, it's the
Yeah.
whole thing.
Yeah.
Candle,
Yes.
do the whole thing.
Yeah. Same.
Do you plan or is it spontaneous?
Is it in the schedule?
Do you like schedule
like in the
Schedule sex?
iPhone calendar?
No, we don't. It's a combination. It's a combination. But we do, we do make it, we make it kind of I don't know, like it's a special time,
Yeah.
but it's not, there are spontaneous moments too.
course, yes.
But yes, yeah, we just want to I don't know, it's a sacred time. We make it a sacred planned time.
We have an artist that we play every time on the speaker. Every
do
time.
too.
Yeah, exactly,
Yes.
right?
We do
Yeah.
too.
If I play that artist on the speaker, I'm sure my Apple HomePod's like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Sometimes that music's playing. I'm getting out of the shower. I'm like, are we doing that? I didn't know.
Is this the time?
Are we? Do I need to?
It's
Shave?
No, it's
it's
so funny.
Pavlovian.
It's a music that we never. We don't really listen to in life.
It's
often.
metal, isn't it? It's heavy metal. No. It's heavy metal, isn't it? It's heavy metal. Okay.
No. Do you want to know?
Yes.
Yeah, if you
Okay.
want to share, of course.
It's
That's what
We're
I
gonna
want.
play it
what
right
is
now.
the wind instrument? Like
There's a
the
lot of those. The
No.
bassoon.
oh gosh, what's the
Flute?
what is it?
Describe it
called?
again with your hands, because you're.
Like it's a very
didgeridoo?
Native American
Oh.
sound.
Oh, that wooden flute.
The wooden flute.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
And there's a station on Pandora. It's a wooden flute. It's a station on Pandora that we love.
I'm ready
and
for
it's
Ned to hear
just it's just sensual and
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
I'm ready for Ned to hear this. Don't tell him that you're talking about this on the.
Everyone take notes.
But it's just very.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna link that in the show.
Yes. Could you share that, please, with everybody?
Yes,
Because
I'll-
clearly the
Pandora
producer,
station.
Glenn
I'll
wants
send
it
you
over
the
here.
station.
And if Pandora would like to sponsor the show, we would be happy
We
to
would. Yeah, would we?
oblige.
Yeah, I think so.
I
Yeah,
think
probably.
so.
Shout
probably.
out to Pandora.
Yeah. Oh my God,
Oh
amazing.
boy, I just had a bad one joke
Did
just
you?
now.
Uh-oh.
Pandora's.
Box.
Yep.
Yeah,
Come
you
on,
go.
we're gonna move right on with that one. Let's move right on with that one.
Anyway.
Okay, de-stressing, great. I mean, it is the greatest de-stressor for sure.
Yeah, you were quite stressed the other day, and then
true.
you were not stressed.
That's true. That is true. I know what I
Isn't that
said to him. I
heaven?
said, I forget that I do enjoy this. I just forget because I'm so in my head about all the million things I have going on. And then if I do stop, I'm like,
It's like,
oh
thank
yeah,
God.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah, back in my body again. Fantastic.
Yes.
Good question, pull.
Yeah, great
Wasn't
question,
it?
Paul.
Yeah,
Perfect.
magic in these cards.
I have one more question for you. So to me, you are a very bright light in this world. And every time I interact with you, I'm so left feeling joyful. And I know you also feel very deeply about the state of the world. And I want to know, selfishly for me, how do you maintain your light?
You took my question.
Wow.
Great minds.
That's a great question. I think just appreciating all the love in my life, having Ned, my dogs, trying to stay positive in the midst of chaos, of the chaotic stuff that's happening in the world and the ugliness, and knowing that, trusting that there's so much good in this world and that we will get our act together and these people will be, excised like like disease out of the body. It will happen. It may take some time.
Yeah.
But trusting and still appreciating life and all the goodness and all the good people in my world and in my orbit, and that I'm healthy, that I can create, that I can be an activist, that I can speak up. I think now more than ever we have to speak up. I think we have to rise up and be vocal about what's happening. And because it's sadly, I think it's becoming, there's a weird normality that's starting to happen that is just, I think, unacceptable.
Yeah.
I don't think it can become normalized. But at the same time, I think you have to just keep your light shining, keep vibrationally sound. I meditate. I try to do something active every day to get my body flowing and stay positive. But there's moments. I mean, it's been a bombardment lately.
Yeah.
In the world. But I always feel like we'll get our act together. I just have to trust that and know that we'll get past this.
Yeah.
I have to believe that.
Yeah.
History shows us over time that things turn over and that the better prevails.
Yeah.
And that people that we think should get their day. We've seen it time and time again in history. And then just from a natural standpoint, nature does best the more diverse it gets.
Oh, yeah.
So nature by default has a liberal and progressive bias. And it's our job to lean into that and just keep moving forward as best as we can.
Yeah, and when the powers that be are trying to remove that and trying to hamper that inevitability of the diversity and of the collective power and to move towards goodness, and they're trying to squash that, we need to band together and work together to make good happen. I believe the power of numbers, of people just working together. I mean, Minnesota, my gosh. I look at Minnesota as this shining beacon of hope because how they've been able to withstand the intolerable and show us how it's done. It's been a great lesson.
Yeah, I think it reminds me of the Russian dolls again, where it's like there's this, the world view is so bleak, and yet we can also have like beautiful relationships on an individual level, and with the people that are in our immediate circles, we have love and faith and hope, and both of those can be true at the same time, and we don't have to completely be overwhelmed by the thoughts of the state of the world that is so bleak on this, in that outer Russian doll. I guess it's like we can still have the love right here. That's here in my own particular world. At this moment, I'm safe, and I can also be outraged for the people who are not. And also, I'm still safe, and I'm surrounded by lovely people whom I love. And I just see you balancing that so well.
Ned and I have our moments, certainly where we're concerned, and this election coming up, we're concerned, and I think we all should be. And hopefully we have a free and fair election. That is the most important thing, in how they're trying to take away the vote, a little bit at a chip at a time. It's really hard to witness and see, but I do believe in the power of numbers. I do believe that people are gonna fight for the right to vote and get in those lines, and people will be heard.
I could not agree enough.
Yeah.
Lesley, thank you so much for being here with us today. You're just a delight. You're just a delight.
You're
we
the
love
best.
you.
I love you too.
Absolute best. We got to sign off, don't we?
We got it.
Agreed. Yes.
If this episode spoke to you, take a moment and send it to someone else who might need it. That's the best way to spread these conversations to the people who need them the most. And if you want to keep exploring with us, make sure to follow Beauty in the Break wherever you get your podcasts. We'll see you next time.
Beauty in the Break is created and hosted by Foster Wilson and Cesar Cardona. Our executive producer is Glenn Milley. Original music by Cesar and the Clue.